why not just say you're fired and give you a mutual separation agreement? In this particular episode, we're looking at the employer's perspective. Why would they opt for a mutual separation agreement as opposed to just saying, you know what, I can't work with you, I am done with you? That is what we are going to explore in this particular episode on work, law, and all the drama. So Jade.
Yes.
The employer's perspective. You have worked with a lot of employers from a HR perspective. I have worked with a lot of employers from a legal perspective. And when I think about this, the first thing that comes to mind is risk mitigation. Remember I said that a mutual separation agreement is a risk mitigation tool. So basically it's used for purposes of just ensuring that we are constructing the manner within which the exit happens. We are controlling the exit narrative.
Yeah.
And why are we controlling the exit narrative? Perhaps you don't want to be seen as a company. When people just look for your company, all they're seeing are case laws on people who've been let go from this particular company. It's just meant to ensure that there's a lot of reputation that is gathered. And what do operations and companies rely on other than reputation? So a mutual separation agreement ensures that a lot of these exits are controlled, the environment is controlled. It also ensures that your reputation as an organization is protected, particularly when you're letting go of even very senior roles, such as CEOs, and they don't want that carried on to the next employment. So I think one of the things that employers should look at is it can really help with risk mitigation on their reputation. It also allows you to negotiate in terms of what terms do you want around it. So you're not waiting for a court to come and say whether this was lawful or not, whether this person should be given 12 months because you want to let them go or not. And you remember we said that some employees, you don't necessarily want to let them go because they walk around abusing people. I mean, some employees are really good, but they're just not performing. And you can't find a specific way or a specific reason to let them go. And you want to part ways amicably. You really like them, but you just can't work with them. So then what does this allow? It allows also to ensure that you're able to then negotiate it well and also amicably leave each other as employer and an employee. And particularly if you see for organizations that where you see this particular employee could go and work in another organization that could end up then ensuring that you don't get work for your company, then you try and just manage that relationship. What other things jump up to you when you look at it from the employer's perspective?
So it has two sides. One of them is when you have someone that, for whatever reason, like you've said, the two of you just can't work together. There's no offense, but we are just not gelling. We are not, it is not giving. Like
it's not giving.
It is not giving. We're not just able to work together. At any one time, if you give me your work, like a case I dealt with where this person sent the work to the boss, and at any one time is the work is not good, and this is a senior director. Until they go like, you know what, I think the kid doesn't like me. Yeah. And if I can't keep trying to do my best, and my best will never be best enough for this particular person. So the employee comes and says, you know what? Even the employer says, you know what, I can't work with Jane, and because I cannot keep giving work to the next person, we are going to get in trouble. Then I think we just have to separate. Yeah, especially when it is things that you can't touch. So you're not able to see it's a disputed case, it's about ABCD. So the easiest way most employers go for is mutual separation. But let me also give a caution. If you abuse it, it still comes back to bite you. Yeah. So as much as people think is one of the easiest way to actually separate with employees, it can actually come back and bite very hard. So even as employers think that is one of the easiest way to do it, we have to always watch. We have to always watch and think, is that the best and most appropriate method to separate?
And is it lawful?
And is it lawful?
And I like that you've said it may be convenient, but it does not mean that just because it's convenient, you don't have to do it exactly. And I'm reminded of a case where a particular employee who worked for a multinational was being taken to various positions. I don't know whether you saw it. They were being posted in various spaces.
I actually saw it.
Yes.
The one that they went to Tanzania, Uganda,
Mozambique,
and they have
Kisi,
children.
Kisumu. So in 6 months, this employee was posted 6 times to Kampala, then to Mozambique.
And she couldn't speak Portuguese.
And then she couldn't even, then to Kisi, then to Kisumu, then to Nyeri, then back to Nairobi.
And she didn't have a job description.
And she did not have a job description in all those places. And even in some places where she would go, the people she was meant to take over from were not willing to let go of that position. And you could tell with such a situation, it is easy to tell that the employer is frustrating this employee. Now, in such a scenario, at the point an employer is giving me a mutual separation agreement, already from the facts therein, this employer did not want
dismissal. It's constructive dismissal.
It's constructive dismissal that is being masked as a mutual separation agreement. Because you've shown me in the last 6 months, and I have a family, and you're moving me to all these locations with a family. So and you've said it correctly, that even as we look at it from the employer's perspective, the HR must play the fair role. The exit strategy must be controlled so that it is lawful.
Yeah.
The negotiation terms must also be fair and transparent. But also reputation for both parties must be protected. And you don't have to do all that merry-go-round and circus if you really want to let go of someone. It is better to have a fair conversation.
Though sometimes I think maybe they don't know there's mutual separation.
Yes.
Because you see it's not in our Employment Act. It's in the Presidents and other things. So sometimes maybe they are not aware, because when you see how people are being moved, like this person is like a framework, like, you're here, you're there, there's no permanent work for you, or things like that. Or you're being left out. We have a meeting for management, you're the one who's missing in that meeting. So what does that tell you? Already they have left you, they have let you go. You're just there to be seen, but you actually can tell you're not important in that. Even if you waste work, no one will know. So most of the times, only they'll take that to fire you. So for me, in terms of the employer's perspective, we'll still have to go back. If you need to do that, then timeliness. Don't take 3 months of frustrating someone to now come and say,
give them a mutual separation. Yes.
Do your own analysis and know that for this particular person, either they don't have the skills or the attitude of what that is that you're looking for, and make a decision.
Exactly.
But don't take 6 months of frustrating someone for you to come and say, now let's do a mutual separation.
Agreed.
But why they do it also is because, like you said, it's one of the most certain ways that you're not going to end up in court. If it's mutually agreed, if it's truly mutually agreed, then we are sure, for sure, we agreed, we are paid you what you wanted, we will not be saying ABCD, we go in peace. Yeah. Let's end this well.
That you're telling me that there are some employers who may not even know that a mutual separation agreement.
It's very possible.
Very well. Thank you so much. I think one of the key takeaways is not just for HR, but also for employers to understand that this is a tool that they can use for purposes of parting ways. And it is much cleaner, but it must be done right.
Yeah.
Now, on the next episode, we're going to discuss the employee's perspective. What should the employee know before signing a mutual separation agreement? Thank you. That's all for Work, Law, and the Drama.